Hey everyone, and welcome back to the channel. Today we're diving into one of the unsung heroes of the internet that can sometimes turn into a real villain, the domain name system, or DNS. You know that feeling when you type a website address into your browser, hit enter, and then nothing? Or maybe a frustratingly long delay before anything appears. You've checked your internet speed and it seems fine, but your browsing experience is just sluggish. Often, the invisible hand behind this frustration is slow DNS. So let's break down why your DNS might be taking its sweet time and what you can do about it. First, a quick refresher. What is DNS? Think of DNS as the internet's phone book. When you type youtube.com into your browser, your computer doesn't know where that is directly. It needs an IP address, like a street address for a building. DNS is the system that translates human-readable domain names into machine-readable IP addresses. This lookup happens every single time you visit a new website or even load content from various sources on a single page. So if this lookup process is slow, your entire internet experience grinds to a halt. So why does it slow down? Let's start with local factors, right on your own machine or network. The first potential bottleneck is your local DNS cache. Both your web browser and your operating system store recently visited DNS lookups to speed things up. But if this cache becomes corrupted or too large, it can actually cause delays as your system struggles to find the correct entry or serve stale information. Clearing this cache is often a simple first step in troubleshooting. Next, consider your router. Many routers use your ISP's default DNS servers, which might not always be the fastest or most reliable. An old or overloaded router, or even one with outdated firmware, can also struggle to efficiently process DNS requests, adding unnecessary latency. Finally, your internet service providers or ISPs' DNS servers themselves could be the problem. ISPs often operate their own DNS servers for their customers. These can become overloaded during peak times, experience technical issues, or simply have poor routing to the rest of the internet, leading to slower resolution times for everyone using them. Moving beyond your immediate network, the issue can often lie further upstream. There's a whole chain of DNS servers involved in resolving a domain name. Your computer first queries a recursive DNS resolver. This is often your ISP server, or a public one like Google DNS 8.8.8.8 or Cloudflare DNS 1.1.1.1. If this recursive resolver is experiencing high traffic, a DDoS attack, or hardware failure, it will significantly slow down the process for everyone relying on it. Then there are the authoritative DNS servers. These are the servers that actually hold the definitive records for a specific domain, for example, where youtube.com officially lives. If a website's authoritative DNS servers are misconfigured, under a denial of service attack, or simply poorly provisioned and overloaded, it can take ages to get the correct IP address, no matter how fast your local or recursive resolvers are. This is often out of your direct control and requires the website owner to fix. Network conditions also play a huge role. Geographic distance is a factor. If your DNS resolver is physically far from you or far from the authoritative server it needs to query, the time it takes for data to travel back and forth, known as latency, adds up. Think of it like making a phone call across continents. Even at light speed, there's a delay. Also, packet loss on the network can force DNS queries to be resent multiple times, multiplying the delay. Similarly, some overly zealous firewalls or proxies can intercept and inspect every DNS query, adding processing time before the request even leaves your local network. Less common but still relevant are factors like DNSSEC validation. DNS security extensions, or DNSSEC, add a layer of cryptographic security to DNS to prevent spoofing. While crucial for security, the validation process does introduce a tiny bit of overhead, making the lookup slightly longer. For most users, this is negligible, but in certain high-latency environments, it can contribute to the perceived slowness. Finally, the way content delivery networks, or CDNs, are configured can sometimes add an extra step to the DNS resolution process, although CDNs are generally designed to speed up content delivery by routing you to the closest server. A poorly optimized CDN setup, however, could potentially introduce a delay in the initial lookup. So what can you do if you suspect slow DNS is your problem? First, try clearing your browser's and operating system's DNS cache. A quick search for flush DNS will give you the commands. Second, change your DNS servers. Instead of your ISP's defaults, try public DNS resolvers like Cloudflare's 1.1.1.1, Google's 8.8.8.8, or OpenDNS's 208.67.222.222. These are often faster and more reliable. You can change these settings in your router or directly on your computer's network adapter. Third, restart your router. This often clears any temporary glitches or overloaded states. Fourth, use tools like NSLookup, Windows, or Dig, macOS Linux in your command prompt to test specific domain resolution times and see which server is responding. If the issue persists, contact your ISP as the problem